Hello everyone, welcome to SR Technologies. As part of AWS free course, in this video, I'm going to cover what is cloud and what is AWS, Azure, GCP. Mainly, I will cover introduction of AWS in this video. Fine. Please subscribe my channel to get more technical videos on AWS, Azure DevOps, and DevOps with AWS and other technologies. Also, I'll be posting mock interview videos. Sometimes I'll be posting general topics of IT industry. Please like this video and share with your friends and others so it will reach more people. It will help other people who wants to learn AWS with free of cost. Let us start today's topic. Let us say you want to start a new startup company or you want to do any new software project. To do that, you need a lot of IT infrastructure. IT infrastructure means everything will come under infrastructure, servers, routers, and everything. That means storage services or hardware services and network related services and all these things. One option is to buy all these infrastructure. But the problem is it's too expensive. Also, you need a lot of teams to manage this infrastructure. You need hardware team, networking team, storage team, security team. So it's a very big challenge for new startup companies or if you want to do any software project individually. Fine. So there is a solution for this. That is public cloud provider like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, DigitalOcean, and IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, like this. A lot of cloud providers are there. Fine. You can just rent infrastructure from these companies. Also, you can pay whatever you use. That's it. Whenever you want more servers or more other services, you can get it immediately. Also, you no need to maintain all these hardware team and networking teams. Everything will be taken care by public cloud provider. Nowadays, most of the MNC companies also, instead of buying and managing their own hardware or infrastructure, they are going with public cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and others. Fine. Guys, here, if you want to start learning AWS or any cloud provider, you should understand virtualization concept. You should have a clear idea about virtualization concept. Then only you can understand these cloud providers easily. Fine. So what is virtualization concept? Virtualization concept means you can create multiple virtual servers on top of single physical server. That is a virtualization concept in simple terms. We will go in deep dive in that virtualization concept. I have already explained in other videos also. No worries. I will explain again here. Let us see what is virtualization. If you want to understand virtualization concept or virtual servers and their advantages, first you should understand how is to manage the servers before virtualization concept. That means previously, 25 years, 30 years ago, we had only one option, that was a physical server. See here, physical server means physical hardware. That's it. On top of this physical hardware, we used to install operating system. In this physical server, if you see here, we have 500 GB hardware and 16 GB RAM and processor is there. On top of that hardware, we used to install operating system. Operating system can be anything. It can be Windows, Linux, or Solaris, or whatever. As per the application behavior, we will choose operating system. On top of this physical server, we can run only one application. See here, app 1. Now, if this application consumes only 10 GB of this hard disk, that means out of this 500 GB, if this application consumes only 100 GB, what about the rest of the 400 GB? It will be wasted. If you want to run another application, you have to buy one more physical server. You cannot utilize that 400 GB for other application in the same server. If you want to run 10 applications, you should buy 10 physical servers. It's very difficult to manage multiple physical servers. Also, it's too expensive. So these are the main disadvantages. And one more disadvantage is if you want multiple physical servers on an urgent basis, it's very difficult to get them and to install and deploy in our data center. Data center means that is a secured place where our companies will place all the infrastructure. So that is the data center. Fine. Data center means it will be having everything, servers, routers, and storage services, network services, everything. Fine. To overcome these disadvantages, to overcome these challenges, virtualization concept came into the picture. What we will do in the virtualization concept is, on top of this physical server, we will just install one kind of hypervisor kind of thing. So this is virtually, by using this virtualization concept, by using this hypervisor, we can just create multiple virtual servers. Virtual servers means which are not present physically, but we can just do whatever we are doing in the physical servers. We can do all the tasks, we can perform all the tasks in virtual servers also. Fine. By using this virtualization concept, some kind of hypervisors, we can just create multiple virtual servers on top of same hardware. That means this hypervisor is distributing this hardware among multiple virtual servers. That every virtual server is having again its own dedicated operating system copy, complete copy. OS means operating system. This is a VM1, VM2, VM3. VM means virtual machine 1, virtual machine 2, virtual machine 3. Fine. So here we can run one application in this virtual server. We can run one more application in this, and again we can run multiple applications in this virtual server. So these are the advantages. Nowadays, everybody is using virtual servers. Nobody is using our physical servers directly. Also, where will we keep this? As we discussed some time back, we'll keep this physical hardware in the data center, and so there will be some teams to manage this hardware and infrastructure. Hardware team, network team, see here storage team, and system admins and electricians, and everybody will be there. All teams will be required to manage this data center. Even security guards and mechanics, everybody will be there. Fine. For example, if you come to IT infrastructure part, servers, routers, storage services, network services, and everything will be there in the data center. Fine. For example, in your project, if development team needs some 10 servers, what they will do? They will just request that means development team's manager will raise a request with cloud team. Cloud team, there is a team like cloud team. Cloud team means who will create these virtual servers and they will assign to concerned teams. For example, development team raise a request to create some 10 virtual servers. Development team's manager will raise a request to the cloud team, and cloud team will create some 10 servers, virtual servers, and they will just assign that 10 IP addresses to that development team. This is actually cloud concept. You should remember this thing. So most of the people will think cloud concept has come into the picture with AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. No. Before AWS, before Google Cloud, before all these cloud providers, cloud concept was there. This is the actual cloud concept. Fine. So this is the data center. This is a physical server. On top of this physical server, cloud team will create these virtual servers and they will just assign them to concerned teams. Fine. As we discussed, we need some multiple teams to manage this data center. Hardware team, network team, etc. Guys, here, this data centers means, for example, in Mumbai, you have your company is having one data center. If something happens in that area, that means disaster due to natural calamity. If something happens in that data center, if you are unable to run your applications from that data centers, so you should not stop the applications. So that is the reason we should maintain one more data center. There is a backup data center in some other area, some other city or some other country. Again, there also we need these teams to manage that backup data center. For example, we don't know when disaster comes, when natural calamity comes, when cyclone comes, floods comes. For example, if after 1 year that cyclone comes in this area, in this where our data center is there. Now, if you go and start this infrastructure, start these servers from the backup data center, suddenly they may not work. They may not start. Because, for example, if you start your bike after 1 month or 2 months, so it will not start. So you have to do something for that. So that you have to charge the battery and those things. So same here also, we should not trust this backup data centers. We should not expect to start this backup data center immediately after a long time. That is the reason we need to perform some DR exercises. That means once in a quarter or once in a 6 months, sometimes once in a month, as per the client requirement, as per the severity, we'll just check all these infrastructure, servers and other services, whether they're working or not. We should make sure they are working. If something goes wrong, if any server is not working, we have to rectify it. So for that also, it's the cost will be more, and it's expensive. Again, these are the disadvantages with this system. So this is called private cloud. This is the cloud concept. This is called private cloud. Private cloud means it is exclusively for your company only. So no one can enter into this network. No one can enter into this private network. This is the private cloud. Fine. Now you understood what is private cloud. So this is private cloud. Fine. In this private cloud, you have to maintain all these teams, and whenever you want more servers, extra servers, you should purchase the physical hardware, that means physical servers. On top of that, you have to create these virtual servers. Fine. This will work. But instead of maintaining all these teams and this infrastructure and backup data center and this data center completely, you can go with the public cloud. Public cloud means, see here. For example, you need some 2000 servers for your project right now. You will purchase the hardware and you will create that 2000 servers in your data center. Fine. You have to maintain in backup data center also. Again, 2000 servers. After completion of your project, what about the 2000 servers or other infrastructures? Whatever you purchased for your current project. Sometimes you will be having some other project, but we're not sure all these infrastructure can be used for that project. So it will be wasted. If you want to go for second sin, you will not get even half of the amount. Your company will get huge loss. And also, whenever you want any IT infrastructure, servers or storage services, something on urgent basis, it's very difficult to get them. For example, today you want some 1000 virtual servers or 200 virtual servers at least. At this moment, it's impossible to take. You have to go to servers, that hardware shop, or you have to purchase, and your cloud team has to work on that. It will take a lot of time. To avoid all these disturbances, to overcome all these challenges, instead of purchasing your own hardware, you can just take that hardware or infrastructure for rent. Who will give those infrastructure for rent? AWS will give. AWS means Amazon Web Services. And Microsoft will give. Microsoft Azure will give. Google will give. Google Cloud Provider, GCP. IBM will give. That is IBM Cloud. Oracle will give. That is Oracle Cloud. DigitalOcean will give. So what are all these companies? All these AWS, Azure, GCP, all these are public clouds. Public clouds means same concept they will implement globally. That means this is your private data center. These kind of data centers, AWS, if we talk about AWS, AWS will maintain thousands, hundreds of data centers, multiple data centers across the globe. For example, if you take in India, AWS is having 2 regions. In 2 cities, AWS is having their data centers. Cities means this is geographical area. Mumbai. In Mumbai and Hyderabad, they're having their data centers. Mumbai is one region, Hyderabad is one region. Region means geographical area. Fine. Inside that region, again, multiple data centers will be there. In Mumbai region, 3 data centers are there, for example. In Hyderabad, for example, 2. So it is not a constant value. This again and again, they are just building new available. See, this data center is nothing but an availability zone. In public cloud terminology, we will call this as availability zone. In AWS terminology. Fine. We cannot say exact number of that availability zones and regions, because every year they are building new availability zones and new regions. Across the globe, they are having regions in USA, that one North Virginia and California and Canada and Singapore, like this. In European countries, Stockholm, and in German, Frankfurt, so like that. So multiple. So I think, as per my knowledge, as of now, AWS is having around 30 regions out there. If anybody asks you in interview or somewhere, how many regions are there for AWS, better you don't tell exact number, because so every year they're just building new regions. So just tell them around 30 as of now, as of today, around 30. Okay. So next year they may build new regions again. So usually they will announce in month of January about the new regions of the AWS. Fine. So now this is the public cloud. This is the public cloud. If you take this infrastructure as a rent from this public cloud, everything will be taken care by public cloud provider. That means this is the cloud concept. AWS is providing cloud services. That is the reason we can call AWS as a cloud provider. AWS is not a cloud. AWS is a cloud provider. Even Azure is cloud provider. GCP is cloud provider. GCP name itself, Google Cloud Provider. Okay, fine. And if you take servers or any infrastructure for the rent from this cloud providers, they will take care about hardware team, network team, storage issues, and security. They will give high priority for security, especially. So initially, that means in initial days, companies used to think, if we store our data in public clouds, so can we trust that security from that public clouds or not? But they came up with high security measures, high security solutions. For that is the reason we can 100% trust AWS security. Okay. Even I clearly explained that AWS security in S3 concepts, in S3 video and even other AWS videos also. Right. But again here, for some applications we can go with private cloud. For some applications we can go with public cloud. That means if any company is using public cloud provider, it doesn't mean that they will not use private cloud. 100% they will be having their own data center. But very limited servers they will be having in their data center. For example, if they need to run an application, they can use servers from this public cloud, AWS cloud. For a database, they can use their servers from their data center, from their private cloud. Also, one more thing they can do. Here, some services they can use from AWS, some services they can use from Azure. That is multi-cloud, we can call it. Also guys, if you want to go with the public cloud, your company wants to use some infrastructure from this AWS cloud, you can create one private network for your infrastructure so that no one can enter into that network. That is called a VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. I have clearly and detailed explanation I have given in VPC concepts, VPC video. What is VPC and how to isolate our network from the public cloud, and all these things I have very clearly explained, and I just showed from the scratch. You can go through that VPC video to get a more knowledge on this. Fine. Also this, as soon as you complete your project, you can leave that infrastructure as it is. Also, they will charge as per the usage. That means, for example, today you have used some 100 servers for 5 hours. They will charge for that 5 hours for that 100 servers only, as per the usage. Also, if you want to get some 1,000 servers immediately, if you want to get multiple servers on urgent basis, you can get in within seconds from the public cloud, because everything is ready. Everything will be ready. You no need to go anywhere. Fine. Also, if you use more number of infrastructure, more number of servers, or more infrastructure for a long time, they will give very good discounts also. And one more thing you should remember here is, if you want to practice this AWS services, if you want to practice, if you want to learn these AWS services, you can create AWS free tier account. They will not charge for anything for that free tier account. It will be valid for 1 year. You can use 1 year. But again, you should not use all the services. They will just allow some services to use to practice with AWS free tier account. I will clearly explain in future videos, in the video which I made for how to create a free tier account, what are the services you have to use with that free tier account, and also how to avoid that unwanted charges from the AWS. As I told you, you can practice AWS services and AWS cloud with your free tier account. I've just made a video how to create AWS free tier account. You can go through that video and you can create your AWS free tier account. It will be valid for 1 year. Fine. I'll give that link in this description. You can just go through it and you can create this. Once you log in, once you create AWS free tier account, you have to log in this AWS console here. See here. So this is the AWS. From this AWS free tier account credentials, you can log into this AWS and you can create your infrastructure. That means servers or S3 buckets or whatever. Now I will just show you how to log into AWS console. Fine. Open a browser and here just type AWS console login. That's it. Simple way. So the AWS management console. Just open the first link. Yeah, you'll get this screen. So when you are creating first time this AWS free tier account, you have to choose this create account. No, now you have already created AWS account. Just click on this sign in button. Sign in. Or there are sign into console button also. Fine. Here. Yeah. Here, if you get this screen, you just always choose this root user. See here, sign in using root user email. Just click on this root user. There are two options, guys. See here, there are two options. One is root user and IAM user. Usually when you're practicing this AWS, you have to use root user. So once you learn this IAM concepts, then you can use IAM user. You can create IAM user and you can just use it. But in real life projects, always we will be using IAM users, not root users. So I've clearly explained what is the difference between root user and IAM user, how to create IAM users on. This is a very big topic. I made a video on IAM topic, IAM concept, which is very important. And you can just go through that video and get a knowledge on this IAM concepts, guys. And one more thing, just remember, I am also using root user for all these videos, and you can also use root user for your practice. That's it. Once you enter into the real-time project, you have to use IAM users. They will not allow root user. But everything is same. But IAM user is having limited access. Root user is having full access, complete access. Yeah. Now, I will give this root user ID. Root user ID means whatever mail ID you have used to create this AWS free tier account, that will become your root user. So this is the mail ID I have used to create my AWS account. Yeah, fine. Click on this next. Yeah, password. Whatever password you have given at the time of account creation, that will become your root user password. Root password. Just click on this sign in. Yeah, MFA code. Guys, I have set up this MFA code, one-time password. That's kind of. But in your case, it will not ask you till 30 days. I think after 30 days, it will ask you. You can just set up this. To set up this MFA code, you have to install Google Authenticator in your mobile phone and you can just do it. This is kind of one-time password. This password will be valid for 30 seconds. That's it. Just for more security. Another layer of security. Yeah, fine. See here, this is the AWS console. See here, console home. You can see console home. Fine. Now, this is my user account, user ID, Prasad AWS. Your user ID will be displaying here. This is account ID. Every account will be having this account ID. Okay, fine. Now, so this is the region name. I'm in Europe region. See here, Europe stack home region. In Europe, stack home is the region name. Fine. And now, This is the region code. See here, stack home. I'm in stack home region, which is in blue color, which is highlighting in blue color. This is the region code. Every region is having its own region code, name and code. See, for example, United States. In United States, in USA, so these are the regions. So again, another regions also are there. So it's not displaying here. N Virginia, that means North Virginia. North Virginia is the region name, and US East 1. US East 1 is the region code. Fine. N California, North California. US East, US West 1. Ohio is the region name. US East 2. Like this, horizon. Asia Pacific. In Asian countries, Mumbai. In India, Mumbai is there. AP South 1. This is the region code. And yeah, like this. Hyderabad also, AWS region is there, but it's not displaying here. See here, there are 17 regions that are not enabled for this account. In this 17 regions, Hyderabad region also is there. So now they're not allowing us to enter into Hyderabad region. That is the reason it's not displaying here. Fine. So Singapore region, AP Southeast 1, like this. Fine. Now, just click outside. And yeah. See, what are the services are available in AWS? A lot of services are available. So really, AWS nowadays is having complete infrastructure. Even we don't know, even experts, even I also don't know about all the services. Fine, see here. Initially, there was AWS has started with the limited services. Now slowly they have increased services. See here, all services. If you click on this all services, you can see here, lot of services are there. Even it's difficult to go through all these services. Fine. So let us just for example, we'll just see here compute. Compute means servers will come under this compute section, compute family. See here in this compute category, EC2 is there. EC2 is a virtual servers in the cloud. See here in your private cloud, that means in your data center, you will call this as a virtual server. You will call virtual server as for a virtual server. When you come to AWS, that name will change. That's it. But you will call EC2 as for this virtual server. Fine. And virtual servers in the cloud. Just click on this EC2. EC2 stands for, see here, E means elastic, C means compute, C stands for cloud. E2C is C2. In short form, they'll just put EC2. That means elastic. That means it's just, you can just scale up and you can just increase the number of this one. Fine. Now, yeah, you can just create EC2 instance by clicking on this, selecting this launch instance button. I've very clearly explained in EC2 video, even in S3 video, in all the services, in all the videos, I've just clearly explained and made it simple. And please go through that videos and practice. You no need to join anyways. Then intermediate level of knowledge you can get from my course. Also, please like these videos and share in your circle. That will help others who wants to learn this AWS course with free of cost. That is the reason I'm requesting this many times. Thank you guys. See you in next